And I know we're going to do it, and we're going to continue to do it. And so he's going to have to let them go. Like, you've raised him. He's grown. Let him go.
Maxwell's family clearly cares about him, and they wanted to understand what kind of relationship he was entering. For them, Maxwell is important, so hearing Ashia talk about certain changes she wanted created concerns. When families get involved, things can become emotional very quickly because they are not only looking at the relationship from a romantic side. They are thinking about the future, family values, children, and whether both people are truly ready. But at the same time, Ashia also has her own expectations. She has a vision of the type of relationship she wants and the life she wants to build with Maxwell. The problem is finding the balance between wanting the best for someone and trying to change too much about who they already are. Because there's a difference between helping your partner improve and making them feel like they are not enough. When you love someone, you should want them to grow, but you also have to accept the person standing in front of you. That seemed to be one of the biggest questions during this conversation. Does Ashia love Maxwell for exactly who he is? Or does she love the idea of what she believes he can become? That is a difficult question, because sometimes people enter relationships seeing potential, but potential cannot be the only reason you stay with someone. You have to love the person they are right now too. Maxwell seems like someone who is trying to make the relationship work, but he is also caught between respecting Ashia and respecting where he comes from. That is not an easy position. When you are dealing with different cultures, both people have to compromise. One person cannot be expected to completely change while the other person stays exactly the same. A successful relationship requires both sides learning from each other. Ashia also has to understand that Maxwell's family is part of who he is. Their traditions, their opinions, and their expectations shaped him. Even if she does not agree with everything, understanding where it comes from is important. At the same time, Maxwell's family also has to understand that Maxwell is the person in the relationship. They can give advice, but eventually he has to make his own decisions. Family support is important, but boundaries are also important. On 90 Day Fiance, this is something that happens often. Couples from different backgrounds fall in love, but then reality starts showing that love alone does not fix every difference. You still have to talk about serious things: marriage, children, culture, lifestyle, expectations. These conversations can decide whether a relationship becomes stronger or starts falling apart. Another big topic was the future and having children. Those conversations can create tension because people have different timelines and expectations. When two people are building a life together, they have to be honest about what they want. Avoiding those conversations only creates bigger problems later. Ashia and Maxwell need to make sure they are not just hoping everything works out. They need to actually understand each other. Because once marriage happens, these differences do not disappear. They become bigger. The conversation about changing Maxwell's appearance also created a lot of questions, because appearance is personal. It is okay to encourage your partner to take care of themselves, but your partner should not feel like they need to become a completely different person to be loved. Everyone wants to feel accepted, and Maxwell deserves to feel like he is enough. Ashia might believe she is helping, but delivery matters. Sometimes something meant as advice can come across as criticism. That is why communication is everything. How you say something matters just as much as what you say. This situation showed that Ashia and Maxwell still have a lot to figure out before taking bigger steps. They may care about each other, but they need to make sure they are building a relationship based on understanding, not expectations. Because if one person constantly feels like they need to change to keep the other person happy, resentment can build. And if one person feels like their needs are never being heard, frustration can build too. Both sides matter. The good thing is that these conversations are happening now. It is better to address these issues early than pretend everything is perfect. Difficult conversations do not always mean a relationship is failing. Sometimes they help reveal what needs work. The real test is how Ashia and Maxwell handle it moving forward. Will they listen to each other? Will they compromise? Or will they keep trying to prove who is right? Because relationships are not about winning arguments. They are about building together. At the end of the day, Maxwell's family questioning Ashia was really about protecting someone they love, while Ashia was trying to explain what she wants for their future. Now, everyone has to decide if they can find common ground, because love is important, but respect, acceptance, and understanding are what make love last.